Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to jump on here and share some smart things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, today, and probably for the next couple of days, what I want to do is talk to you about how to pivot your business boss. So, especially during times like this, you got to make a shift, you got to pivot so that you stay in business and don't find yourself out of business. So, what I want to do is to actually talk to you about some things that I want to share. And this is my pivot ebook. You can download it at sistersense.com/PED, which stands for Pivot 5 Mistakes Entrepreneurs Make and How to Fix Them. But before we get there, let me start here and say welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to my OGs. Feel free to drop into the comment box, hashtag replays rock, if you catch me on the replays side. And of course, as always, feel free to share this out or tag some business besties who would like to hear about some things they can do to pivot in their business. Now, first pivot point, I've got 5 of them as products. So I'm going to kick this conversation off talking about some things you need to think about with respect to your products, and then we'll keep on keeping on from there. So to be clear, the pivot book that you see right here, you can actually download over at sistersense.com/PED for pivot ebook download. You can get it free. What I'm going to do is jump right in so I can share some pivot strategies with you. Okay. So I love LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow, of course, right? So I guess I'm going to do this Reading Rainbow style. I'm going to read out different sections of the pivot book. And as I read these out and ask you questions, these are things that I want you to reflect on. And like I mentioned before, feel free to share this out, tag some business besties, tap on the hearts, likes, and notifications if I say something that resonates with you. Okay. So, first part, pivot the introduction. Hey, boss. Hey, I like to say, hey, boss. Hey, right? Hey, boss. Hey. I'm guessing you are reading this today because you want to finally get your business off the ground or possibly turn things around. In my experience, I found at some point practically every entrepreneur struggles to get things where they want them to be, which makes it so easy to get lost in your head and completely off track. Lack of profit or progress can drive any entrepreneur insane, especially if you're constantly racking your brain trying to figure it all out, spending sleepless nights worrying about all the time, effort, and money you've put out. Without a doubt, it really sucks when things don't work out perfectly. Believe you me, I get it, but even still, you can't let it get you down. Don't throw in the towel just yet. Find yourself left with nothing but regret. Let's walk through these mistakes so you can learn what to avoid and what to correct. Correction. More specifically, course correction is exactly what you need to succeed. The best way to proceed is to identify what your business currently needs, where you have fallen off course, and how to get back on track. As a matter of fact, when in a state of struggle or lack, real entrepreneurs don't quit. They learn how to, ding, 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 pivot, which is a popular business term. Simply put, it means you've got to learn when it's time to turn, change direction, and shift to a new strategy. The key is not to get stuck or caught in a rut. Before giving up, make sure you've done all the things that you can do by digging into the 5 pivotal pivot points I'm about to share with you. Number 1, products. That's what we're going to talk about today. Do you have at least one offer to sell? I know this might seem like a silly question to ask, but it's not. There are a lot of struggling entrepreneurs out there who are in love with the idea of having their own business, but they don't actually have a business with real products available for sale. Is that you? Is lack of products your issue? Moving on to question number 2. Do you proactively sell something on a regular basis at least once a day or a few times per week? Regularly promoting the same product or sharing something new is something you must consistently do. Some entrepreneurs struggle because they don't have anything to sell, while others struggle because they don't sell enough. Either way, if your products are not consistently selling, things will definitely start to get rough. Products. Of course, when the going gets tough, they say the tough get going. If your business is not consistently growing, it's possible you're not consistently putting out enough products for your people to invest into. Who has clearly told you what they need and yet you still haven't taken heed? Some entrepreneurs struggle because they lack speed when it comes to releasing new in-demand products on a regular basis. Do you have a list of different types of profitable products that you can potentially produce? More importantly, do you have a process or processes in place to help you quickly create quality content and produce the kind of products that people are waiting to pay you for right now? When it comes to success, an integral part of the process is learning how to generate new revenue from old customers. Big business is built on repeat business. You need to build up a community of loyal, regular customers. And one way to do that is by releasing new offers on a regular basis. Is consistent content creation an issue for you? Is this something you need to get better at or learn how to do? Now, products continued. When it comes to pivoting and products, I've got one more question for you. Do you enjoy creating offers more than you like selling them? The world is full of creatives who love to create but hate to sell. It's a common conundrum for entrepreneurs that I personally know all too well. For many of us, content creation is pleasing, therapeutic, and on some level, cathartic. It feels really good, which is why some entrepreneurs invest more time than they should into production over promotion. Can you relate? If you hate to sell but love to create, you've got to pivot your way towards some form of balance before you find yourself out of business. As entrepreneurs, we all have to find a balance between the feel goods, thing we love to do, and the real goods, things we have to do that help us propel our business forward. Keep in mind, your people can't find what they don't know exists. Resist indulging only in things that make you feel good and make more time to master the harder parts like promotion, which will help you get to the real goods. Product promotion and product production and promotion are equally important. You have to find the time to do both. So, products is the first part. When it comes to pivoting, the first mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make is they are not really taking a look at what they're doing versus what they're not doing. Some entrepreneurs struggle because they don't have any products, right? Some entrepreneurs struggle because they have ideas of things that they want to sell, but they've been sitting on that idea or those ideas for a very, very long time. Some entrepreneurs struggle because creating is therapeutic. It feels good. So they create all the time, but they don't consistently promote enough. And you got to find the balance between creating products and promoting the products that you produce. So the first part of this is me, again, taking you inside of Pivot. Pivot is this little thing right here. It's an opportunity for me to share some things that you guys can do to avoid or correct 5 common mistakes that entrepreneurs make. This Pivot ebook right here, you can download. You see that link right there, sizzlesense.com/PED. And if I put that bigger up onto the screen, sizzlesense.com/PED, you can get it free. The Pivot, Pivot ebook, 5 mistakes entrepreneurs make. For the next couple of days, I'm going to walk you through it, talk you through it, take you through some of the questions that I ask inside of here. So when it comes to products and the struggle that I mentioned, to be clear, out of curiosity, does anybody here, whether you're watching live or via the replay, can you say, man, That's me. I struggle with products. I don't have any products. I have some ideas of products, but I haven't set it up online yet. I like to promote stuff and it feels good to promote, but I don't, it feels good to create products, but I don't like to sell. So I don't really promote my products as often as I should. Thinking about your products and pivoting in some way is one thing that you can do, right? You got to differentiate the feel goods versus the real goods. Pivoting products, that's the first one. I'm going to go into the next one, not today, but tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys about pages. But before I do, just out of curiosity, I want to see who is in the virtual building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've gotten the Pivot ebook, feel free to let me know. Say, hey, I got it already, or I'm going to go back and read it again, or if you read it before. If you haven't gotten it, feel free to get it. And let me just see who's in the virtual building with me. Let's see. Where would I start if I wanted to start creating products for online? It would be starting from scratch. I mean, there's so many different things you can do, but I try to keep it seriously simple. For me, it's identifying, number one, what you actually want to create. So thank you so much for coming on here and asking that question. Number two, as an infopreneur and service professional, there are a couple of things that I say create first. As a service professional, create a package of something you know you can do and sell and say, hey, I can do that for you. As a service professional, create an opportunity for people to get consulting from you, to get on the phone and talk to you. As a mentor who creates information products, if you got a lot of information up in here, create some sort of course or an ebook, something that you can sell. Literally, these are some of the things that I talked about in my Spring into Action Weekend workshop. I did this weekend. Today, when Sunday was the last day. We did 3 days. I'm about to put up the replays for today. I say that to say, I actually not only taught different types of products to produce, but I helped the people who were participating put them together. So we talked about putting together webinars, live streams, virtual events. We talked about putting together your own private intensives if you want to have online programs, or we talked about premium offers, putting together your own one-on-one webinars, consulting services, putting together opportunities for people to either participate in a telesummit that you host with other speakers, or you to put together your own personal intensive, you to put together small service packages. I showed people how I did it. I gave them my templates and walked them through it, creating evergreen content. We went through a lot of stuff. It's really meaty, really good. And again, that's over at, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can pop that onto the screen for you. That's over at sistasense.com/TWW. Is it that link right there? Yes. sistasense.com/TWW. That's the training we did. But whether you take the training or not, honestly, I recommend you getting internally, just kind of thinking about for yourself what you want to produce. But as somebody who produces a lot of products online, I focus on services that I can sell, consulting time, people calling me to get on the phone with me. By the way, you can always go to callme.sistasense.com to speak to me if you would like to, and or creating information products, digital products that allow you to put your information in that product and then share it, right? So those are a couple of the products that I personally create. If you want a little bit more insight and direction, again, feel free to email me. Take a look at the weekend workshop over at sistasense.com/TWW. 3 days, a lot of great content, a lot of hands-on work, some templates, some tools, some direction to help you start and grow and really get better at product production. I also talked about ebooks and print books, how to get into self-publishing. So I gave away some of my personal templates to help you put together stuff you want to self-publish. And I even showed people how to do notebooks. So we designed the notebooks so they can order them and get them printed out. So we did a lot of product production this weekend. It's a good thing to dig into and take a look at if you're interested, or you can privately talk to me, send me an email if you're looking for more. Okay. Great question, by the way. Hello. Hey, welcome. You're welcome. The training was awesome. Hey, Anissa. And this is one of the fabulous ladies in my circle. Let's see. Hey, Sharon, welcome. Sharon says, I left corporate America to become an entrepreneur and to serve the less fortunate. Just started my online, one of a kind, very affordable gemstones and crystal jewelry and feather handbags. I'm excited to learn what I may be doing wrong and to perhaps um, perhaps something else or someone else. I'm sorry. I read it, but not sure if I put it all together. But thank you so much for sharing what you do. And again, I'm going to continue to talk about Pivot for the next couple of days. So feel free to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm on here live and check in with me. You can also just simply go over to usesense.com/PED so that you can grab the free Pivot ebook yourself, read it at your leisure. It's really a quick read. And I just kind of wanted to break down some of the things that I identify entrepreneurs are not doing that you can possibly reflect on to see if that's a strategy that might be helpful for you. Thank you. Feel free to just drop that link into the comment box of what you do. Help someone else. Absolutely. If you can help someone else or figure out what you're doing that you want to figure out if that can work a little bit better for you. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me in this really super quick web class. I'm going to continue to share the Pivot experience a little bit more tomorrow. We'll talk about pages now that we've touched on products, and feel free to stay tuned. Till next time, bye.